Use this technique to figure out which of your planets have been amplified by the cross of matter. I'm Sukboy, you're awesome. Let's talk about it. Now, to execute this particular technique correctly, you're going to have to get out your natal or birth chart. Drop some knowledge. Let me know, do you have any of your planets conjunct any of these points in the chart? Together, these points come together and they're known as the cross of matter. Now, they're very powerful and magnetic, and they actually amplify any planet that is in a conjunction. Now, today is an example. I have Uranus at 24 degrees in Taurus, and the rising sign, the most powerful point in the chart, is at 26 degrees. That's a 2-degree orb. You're looking at anything within a 6-degree orb, and you can call that a conjunction. So let me know. Now, this is called planetary angularity. And sure, you can have your sun and your moon and your ruling planet, and they're always going to be pretty powerful. But if you've got any planets, including the sun, moon, or ruling planet, conjunct any of these points in the cross of matter, then again, they're very amplified, louder, and observable, and they actually carve out a bit of a narrative for themselves, a life story for you, so to speak. Think about these planets like they're getting put in the spotlight in your natal or birth chart. And again, they really do carve out some themes of your life. They're often even stronger than the aspects or the signs that they're in. Now, more often than not, when we see planets that are conjunct any of these points, they can be regarded as some of the most dominant in the entire chart. Follow along, I'm going to break down each 4 of those points and give you an expression of how this might manifest for you. First up, let's do the rising or the ascendant. If you have a planet conjunct on your rising or ascendant, this is going to be very loud. The ascendant is the most powerful point in the entire chart. It defines your first impression. It can define how you look, how you act, and your general personality. In a nutshell, if you've got something conjunct that rising sign, it's probably the first thing people notice about you. Next up, you might have a planet conjunct the MC or the midheaven. Planets near this point in the chart will influence your career, your life calling, your life direction, your public reputation. In a nutshell, planets in this position will indicate to us what is your overall role in society. Now, the descendant is how we relate to others. So if you've got any planets conjunct this DC, this point, this will tell us a lot about how you relate to other people. It basically shows us what type of people you attract and what type of people you are drawn to. Now, this descendant tells us a lot about who you're compatible with. So if you pull up someone's chart and they actually have a Venus or a Jupiter, let's say, on top of your descendant, that can tell us a lot about the nature of the attraction that you two share. Finally, the IC, the heritage, your early childhood. Planets around this section of the life indicate what are you like when you're on your own in your private world. How do you feel about yourself? What's your emotional frequency when you're left to your own devices? In a nutshell, planets conjunct the IC will tell us a lot about your inner world.